All right, welcome back, CnR punks, to the CnR radio talk show, the punkery show, whatever. The interview session on Thursdays. Here we have Ali and Cyberg. Cyberg is still, he has an icy hot patch on for the burn that Chuppy gave him. Ow! But yeah, too bad for him. Anyway, our guest here is Kassie. Say hi to the audience, Kassie.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, hello, everybody. Speaking of Kassie, and speaking of, our sponsor today is, well, I don't know what to call it. Just listen to our sponsor.
Caralho, velho. Puta que pariu.
Yes, that was our sponsor. Shout out to Cyberg who put that together. The Puta, que pariu. I love that tune. Should put it into a song. Anyway, Kassie, first question is always the same as I look at IRC and see Marcus Lee's reaction of Cryvella and Puta que pariu. Anyway, Kassie, when and how did you find CnR?
I'm not sure what year was that. Probably 2010. I used to play this other server, and a lot of CnR admins were there, and they would talk about CnR, and that's how I got to know about it.
Oh, really? I knew John was there, right? Who else was there?
Yeah, John, Tomo, New York Islander. Who else?
No.
A lot of them. Yeah, and a lot of not admins also play there.
I always thought about joining that server when people were talking about it, but before I get to that, I know that the server name kind of shows what it was about. It was Crash and Burn, right? Crash and Burn.
Yeah.
But what was it about? What was the server about?
Derby, basically. Like, you respawn in a car. If you leave the car, you die. And if people hit you off the map, you die. And if your car explodes, you die. And the last one standing wins.
And let me guess, John used his cheats to be the last one standing. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. For
Yes.
sure.
Because, because of aerodynamics. Well, okay, I'm not gonna make a John joke. All right, I said I wasn't gonna make a John joke, but I just did. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about you, John. Anyway, so anyway, 2 weeks ago, we were talking to Rackrat, and we were talking about how she really wasn't ready to be an admin on this server, because even though she played this server a lot, she only had played for about a year and a half. So since you're admin on Crash and Burn, right?
Yeah. And I think it was basically the main reason, because admins thought I would be a good admin for CnR.
Yeah, I think that was the same thing for me when it came to mini missions and here. But when you got admin on CnR, did being admin on Crash and Burn help with the transition? Like, it wasn't very pressure or anything.
No, not at all. Because, like, basically in Crash and Burn, I could freeze people, make them die. Like, sometimes they would camp, just camping and not hit the other cars. So you could force them to die, ban, kick, or whatever. Like, it was basically 5 commands or something.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. Nothing like CnR that has thousands of commands. Hear that, people? Thousands of commands. You gotta remember each and every command to be an admin. 1,000.
Yeah, that's like a lot.
So for those people out there right now saying, "Oh, I want to be admin on CnR," well, there are 1,000 commands. Think of that before you want to. Anyway, so I think you've said this before, but I want to be clear on it. Obviously, you're from BR, Brazil, but
Yeah.
you're not actually ethnically Brazilian, if that makes sense. Is that right?
No. Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, you said you were Lebanese or some other, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm half Lebanese, half Italian.
Oh, that's why you want to go to Italy, huh?
Yeah, because like it's from my dad's family, and they give me the right to become an Italian citizen. So I'm going there to get it recognized, and then
that?
just like Marcus Ray, I can fuck off.
How about that? All the BRs want to go live in Europe. I tell you. What? Can you speak Italian at all?
I can a little. I understand more than I can speak it. But living there, I believe I will learn too.
Yeah, that's pretty much how you learn it. If it were me, if I were Marcus Weed and I decided, hey, I want to go live in France, but I don't know how to speak French, I think it would be a nightmare for me because if I picked a European country to live in, it would probably be Spain because Spanish I have like 1%.
Let's be honest, you just want these Spanish girls.
Yes, want to get them Spanish girls, bro. Go for the Portugal too, because Portuguese kind of looks like the bastard child language of Spanish.
Yeah.
So they're both kind of similar. So in BR, right? You met Marcus Weed and Hiago No, right?
Yeah. It was fun. They are like really good people and good friends.
Yeah, I heard that Marcus Weed in real life is a little person. Is that right? You can't say midget on the radio. Is he a little person?
He's tall as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad. I hope that Marcus Weed was like a very small person. Look down to him like my little brother.
I don't know if I am too small. Like, I am 5'4". He's probably around the 6 feet or close to it.
Damn. Well, I gotta stop talking snit to Marcus Weed then, because he'll beat me up. Middle finger to you, Marcus Weed, in fact. Anyway, you're a big CS Joke fan. Let's talk some CS Joke, okay? I'm sorry, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO, or as Rad Smash says, CS Joke. So, yesterday I was playing with Cyber, Mew, and Officer, okay? They're the three stooges. But Cyber right here, shout out to Cyber.
Cyber's a cheater.
Nope.
Let you know.
No, he's a stooge.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm cheating. I have damage mods on the CSGO.
So, you were playing CS Joke, right? And somebody, I forgot who, told me, okay, plant the bomb for long on Dust 2, right? And I did. I planted it for long. And then you got these faggots, I'm saying faggots, Cyber, Mew, Officer, who are already dead, by the way, asking if the bomb is planted for long. And I say 2 or 3 times, hey, it's planted for long. Long! Yes! An Officer was right next to me when I planted it. And Cyric must have been scratching his balls in pit or something. I mean, come on, man. And then after that, they all made the conclusion that the bomb was planted for Cat when the guy Ninja defused it on site. And I'm like, you guys are fucking retarded. But what I'm trying to get at is, I'm not good at the game, but what I'm trying to get at is that you don't play with retards. So my question is, was CS Joke better to play back in 2013, or is it more retarded now?
Like I used to play Counter-Strike games when I was way younger. I would say like when I was 12.
Like 1.6,
Then
huh?
yeah, then I stopped and I just went back to it in 2013. And I was basically clueless because it's been a long time. So like, and I had a shitty computer.
Oh,
So yeah, like it was terrible. I had like 30 FPS.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's terrible for FPS games. Anyways, like I was really bad. I started like it's like the playing the 1.6 back in the days didn't make any didn't help me at all.
Yeah.
Some people just migrated and were pros in the CS:GO scenario.
About that. Lots of joke pros.
Nah, it's not a joke. It's true. Like you know, many of the current CS:GO pros, they were pros in the 1.6 too.
Oh, I didn't know there was like there was an esports scene for CS 1.6 back then.
Yeah, but it's not as big as it is today. Like today they make millions. Back in the days they made like a couple thousand, I guess.
Yeah, because I remember, I think around the time that CS:GO came out, that there were tournaments for Counter-Strike Source, and I'm like, oh wow, people can actually get cash from doing this. But there you go. So last night I watched a video made by Waral. You know, he's a guy that makes guides for CS:GO and all that. He was playing Source. Speaking of Source, he was looking at the server list, right, and he noticed that a lot of the servers were no op, no auto. And I think you remember how much I hate ops and sniper rifles, and I think that they are for pussies. Do you think one day, for competitive, that CS:GO should remove these stupid sniper rifles?
No, like I don't know in America or Europe, but when I play Brazilian servers and you have a P90, they cry to you. Oh my god, you're a noob, you only use the P90. If you have a AUG, oh my god, you're a noob, you use bot guns. If you have an auto, oh my god, you are a noob, and stuff like that. But when you see the CSGO majors, when the players have those guns, you don't see people complaining about it.
No,
And it's just a gun in the game. If you think it's so OP, save your fucking money and buy it.
it's true. It's true. You know, even though with me, whenever I decide to buy an op, you know, I get scared because I see, oh, I'm spending almost $6,000. If I don't get a kill with this thing, then, you know, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna be mad. But I don't know. You know, if they kept the scout, honestly, I'd be fine with that. But for me, ops and autos have to go. You know, just like how Rackrat will never learn how to drive in CnR, I will never learn how to use an op in CS Choke. You know, at least in CS:GO, right? If you don't know how to use a sniper rifle and you're good with assault rifles, you can still be very good at the game. Whereas in CnR, if you don't know how to drive, well, you're a tree stump.
Yeah,
Also,
that's my
yeah.
case.
Exactly. You know, also, middle finger to Marcus Weed right now in IRC, talking about my score that I got on the new nuke. Okay, first of all, no one plays nuke anymore. It's a dirt map. It used to be on my favorite map, but now it's dirt.
Yeah,
So-
they change it.
Terrible. They're gonna change Dust 2, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be for 2 years, or maybe 1 year. They're in development now.
Yeah, but I bet it's gonna be terrible. Like when I play this two or I don't know
It's the most
any other
famous map on
older
the
maps, my FPS is nearly 300. When I play like the optimized, not optimized maps like Inferno or Train or Nook, like my ping drops to nearly half of that. It's
owned.
terrible.
Yeah, I remember on my old laptop, I could barely get 30 FPS in Nuke. So, Gabe Newell, middle finger to you. Anyway, we're gonna go to a music break here. When we come back, we're gonna start asking questions that the CnR players have given Kassie. Don't go away. This is the Punkery Show. All right, welcome back to the CnR radio show, the Punkery Show, whatever you want to call it, the interview session, and we still have Kassie here, soon about to answer your questions. But before we get to that, let's play our sponsor. Again, brought to you by BR Mad.
Caralho, velho. Puta que pariu.
There we go. Puta que pariu. I want to see people in CnR start saying these phrases. Puta que pariu, Craiovelo, Mereja player, that means shit player, Shonsha player. I want to see these Portuguese phrases, or as Cyberg would say, Brazil phrases, being said in the server. Also, for those fags wondering, oh, what is Counter-Strike Global Offensive? Okay, that's a game where all the Croatians and Serbians shoot very, very well, and it translates very well to CnR. So, if you want to learn how to shoot in CnR, play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And also, shout out to Alexander doing his thing in the server right now. I don't know how you do it, but much thanks to you, you punk. Also, if you want to get any objects from Alexander, just send him a PM. Anyway, let's get to the questions here. First question here is from Ali, and he asks you, Kassie, why did you quit playing as soon as you got promoted?
That's not what it happened. Like, I know it probably will look like it, but that's not what happened. Like, I was not very much active when I got admin, like playing every day as I used to. And I got it, I learned it, and like, you know, stuff at life start happening, you get less time. Your friends just playing another game, so you go and join them in the other games. So it kind of leads to stop playing CnR as much.
Yeah, you know, it's true. When an admin gets admin, you know, they play for a whole bunch of time, and then they burn themselves out, and then they go somewhere else. That's just how it is. But eventually, they will always come back. So don't get mad, Ali. All right, let's go to, since I made people PM Alexander, let's go to Alexander's questions. I think he has 5 here. First is, what are your favorite games?
My favorite game?
Yes. Favorite games, yeah.
Like, right now, I would say CSGO, because I play more often. But, I don't know, like, normally if I'm playing this game this much, it's my favorite game at the moment. Like, yeah, remember Lee, when we used to play, like, you know, 7 Days to Die, and we had a whole village going on in a server. It was awesome.
Okay. What is this? A survival game?
Yeah, it's a survival with zombies, and there are hordes coming to you every 7 days.
I guess that's more interesting than all of the other piece of dirt survival games that they have on Steam.
Yeah, sometimes I like play a lot of survivals for a time and take CSGO a break. You know, like, I don't know, depends on the time and the people I'm playing with.
Yeah, I get that. So basically, CSGO. All right. Next question here from Alexander. He asks, "Do you have any siblings?"
Yeah, I have one brother. He's 1 year, 5 months older than me.
I like how you knew that right off the bat.
Yeah, like, because basically we grew up with the same friends because our age so close. And like when we were really younger, people even thought we were twins.
How about that? It's always a good thing for people to say. Let's see here. Alexander, next question. He asks, "What company do you most want to work for?"
Well, I don't really know that, but maybe the big ones like Facebook, Google,
Yeah,
Valve. Just kidding.
Valve.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you can meet Gabe Newell and give him the middle finger.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Last question here from Alexander. He asks, "Do you watch any Netflix/TV shows? If so, can you recommend any?"
I watch Game of Thrones. I totally recommend that if you never watch it. And if you never watch it, like, you have no idea what you are missing.
I agree.
And
Yes.
I'll watch Netflix or like a random movies, random TV shows in there.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is a very good show. I think it is very worth it for you to start right at the beginning. If you are a squeamish person, though, then you might have to hold your eyes. Let's see here. Questions here from Resfield. I'm gonna skip the woodchuck one. Fuck you, bro.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god. Okay, he asked if do you need me to carry you in CSGO? Meaning, do you need Westfield to carry you in CSGO?
Yes, please, Insta in MG can go up.
Oh, dude. This is a broad question, and I'm not really sure if this is a good question. But he asks, favorite moment in CNR?
Like when I play a lot, I'm playing with a lot of friends, so there's actually a lot of favorite moments. But I remember one time in Kusa,
Yes.
we were pissing off this girl. I forgot her name. She used to complain a lot. And we would drive and hit her car and say, "Oh my god, my bad." And she would get like super mad. And like, I don't know why, it was funny as well.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Talked about that a few times a few weeks ago. Okay, I might go back to Resfield's other question in a bit, but let's go to Kyle Smith here, the resident Englishman. He asks, Ireland, what? Okay, what jobs are you looking to go into when you arrive in Ireland? You're going to Ireland, I thought?
Yeah, like, I will answer your question before, and then I go back to that. I'm going to Italy, and I plan to get the citizenship thing. And I plan going to a English-speaking country, and I really like Ireland. So I put in my head, like, I want to go there. And to answer Kyle's question, like, when I just arrived there, I plan getting anything, so I guess settle down. But after that, I plan going to my bachelor's degree kind of area of jobs.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you can meet Kyle Smith and he'll give you a free chair.
Oh yeah, I totally want that.
Let's see here. Let's go to backfire now. Okay, these are very cryptic questions here. So, audience, screw you. He asks, first question: when are we going to finish that movie?
Oh, like, I remember a few weeks ago, me, him, and Disco started watching Fast and Furious, the new one. And I didn't notice the time, and the movie is like 3 hours long, so we never finish it. But to answer your question, I don't know. Maybe someday.
Yeah, Backfire, maybe in a year.
Yeah.
Next question. He wants to know if he's pro at CSGO.
You are pro, yeah. You have your days, and I think just like everyone's, is like that. Like some games, Backfire gets some mad headshots. You could swear he's hacking.
Yeah, I've seen that. Also, shout out to Backfire for a year ago or so carrying Little Tank to Gold Nova Master. I would tell you how he did it, but I'm not sure if I'm comfortable saying it. Anyway, next question. Which operation map in CSGO, I guess current operation, is your favorite or whatever?
To be honest, I don't even know their names.
Me neither.
I think I could call my favorite one is the ship one. The one that we also had in the other operations.
Oh, yeah,
There
I
are
saw
two
that
ship ones, so.
Yeah, I saw that in a War Owl video. How about that? Next question from Backfire. He asks, how have your dogs been? Oh, you got dogs, huh?
Yeah, I have 2 dogs. They're fine. They're like my babies.
Let's make sure they don't get too many treats.
No.
Let's see, this next question I may faintly remember, but don't remember. Do you remember eggplants?
Oh, yes, I do. Like last year, I think they got a new cat, baby cat, kitten.
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, what are you gonna name her?" And he was like, "I don't know." Then, like the other day, I was like, "Did you guys figure out her name yet?" And he was like, "Yeah, Eggplant."
Random ass name.
Yeah, but I forgot. Like he said, he was kidding. She has another name, but whenever I ask about her, I ask about like Eggplant.
How about that? Let's see, your next question here. When are we going to play Minecraft? Why would you want to play Minecraft?
Oh, him and Disco play a lot.
Okay.
And I have other friends that also play a lot. And we were talking about it the other day when we're gonna play it. But I still need to get myself a copy.
I don't understand.
Maybe in a couple of weeks. It can be fun, but I'm pretty sure I will get bored fast. Like I can play a couple of days and maybe like, nah, I'm done.
All I see in Minecraft is a bunch of blocks and block people and blocks. That's all I see. Blocks.
Yeah.
I don't see how people have fun with blocks. I don't see how Microsoft bought this game. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's as confusing as Cyber's terrible memes. Anyway, next question from Backfire. He asks, did you clean your PC yet?
No. Like,
Wow.
last Black Friday, I bought a new video card, and that's when I cleaned my computer. So I didn't clean my computer since then. And there's a window and LEDs inside my computer. And if I look here right now, I can see balls of dust.
Owned. Doesn't that like mess with the performance? I mean, you gotta get in there, gotta get a whisk and get all that dust out, and then put it somewhere. Open it up, clean it.
Yeah, like I'm just been working so much. When it gets to the weekend, I just want to be lazy. So I always say, "Oh, I'm gonna clean it this weekend," and
No.
I just feel lazy. And I was like, "Nah."
Owned. Let's see here. Second to last question here from Backfire. And I don't know what this means, but did you like my tubing video?
Yes, it was funny. He went tubing on 4th of July, and something happened, and he just drops into the water.
Yes. Yeah, he told me about it.
It was
He said
funny.
he needed a lifeguard. That was a lie, by the way. Anyway, last question here from Backfire. I'm not sure you're gonna understand this, but what do you think of the Timberwolves trading for Jimmy Butler, and how will they do this season?
I have no idea who these people are, but I remember he was so excited about it, and he was spamming me on Steam telling me about it. I think it has to do with NBA, something like that.
Yes.
He spammed me for like an hour, and I was like, oh, nice. I just had no idea what he was talking about.
Yes, he bragged to me for about 2 hours because his team stole the player that my team wanted to get. That's also a lie. Anyway, let's go to another music break, and we'll be right back for more questions for Kassie. Don't go away. Alright, welcome back, punks, to the CnR radio show with Ali Cyberian. We have Kassie here. Of course, shout out again to Alexander doing his thing in the server right now, doing the advertisements and all that. Speaking of advertisements, let's get back to our sponsor, who is very mad right now. Let's listen.
Caralho, velho. Puta que pariu.
Alright, make sure that you CnR players start learning these phrases. Whenever you die in CnR, start saying "Puta que pariu," or something like that. Anyway, let's get back to the questions here. We got questions here from Lil Tank. Lil Tank asks, what is your favorite BR or Lebanese dish?
Oh, BR. I would say feijoada. It's my favorite. And Lebanese, probably a dish called labneh. It's basically some yogurt that you eat as if it was cheese, like with a little olive oil and a toast or bread.
Now, what was the first one? The BR one?
Feijoada. See, Marcos wrote it.
That
It's made with black beans and pork.
it's all protein for you players out there. Get your protein.
But like feijoada always gets rice and fried banana. It's a really good. Like if you ever see a Brazilian restaurant, if it's not barbecue one, like you're definitely gonna see feijoada, and it's really good.
There you go. Make sure you write that down. Don't know how to spell it, but spell it the best you can. Next time you go to BR, get that dish. Players. Let's see. Other question here from Lil Tank here. He asked, what is your CSGO rank on your main?
MG.
That's out of my league. I thought you were going to say you were a Gold Nova 2 with the Smurf, like Cyberg here. Most useless ever. There you go. MG, out of my league.
Well, I have his merch, so when you want to play, just let me know.
Yes, I remember Cass Silver. Cass Silver. Is it still Silver 1?
No, it got like to MG.
Oh my god.
No, not MG, like go level 3 or 4. Close though, but
Still pretty good. Let's see here. I guess we'll go to Marcus Weed here. He is the center of our sponsor. But anyway, Marcus Weed asks, what do you think about the Brazilian community on CnR?
it's really small, and the ones I talked to like the most was Marcos and Iago, and I talked to Duskers and what's his name, Night Killer, but not that much. And Duskers is like antisocial. He's afraid of talking to people over the internet. He thinks people will just like teleport to his home and kill him. But overall, I think Brazilian community is good. Like Belmiro, he was funny, but he's a cheater.
Big shout out to
Never really got to
this
talk
guy.
to him that much. Oh yeah, Bruno Martini. Yeah, I don't know. Like he was also kind of antisocial.
Yeah, I remember Bruno Martini, right? I think in the Ace Team WhatsApp group, which I haven't looked at in a while. You know, because I guess we were talking a lot on the WhatsApp group, and I guess it kept ringing his phone up. So he's like, "Hey guys, you guys talk too much. I'm gonna leave the group now."
Yeah, like okay, you don't want to be your own friend, so bye.
Yeah, what I used to do was just, put it on, 9 hours silence when I went to sleep. That's all. That's all you gotta do, Bruno Martini. Come on, man. But yeah, Belmiro, if he didn't cheat, he could be the Flagstaff for all BR players, since, he is one of the best bank robbers on the server.
And like I used to ask him for a bribe. I was like, give me 1 million every game week I mean, and I don't go after you. And he still did it, even though I'm a shitty cop.
Yeah, I think he does that to a lot of people. Like, I notice when he robs the bank, he always has people on top of his car. And I do think he pays off cops. I'm pretty sure he paid off Marcus Wheat because he's a faggot.
I don't know about that.
I probably did. Shout out to Belmiro. He's still on the run. I'm pretty sure he hasn't gotten banned yet. Too bad for you, bro. But at least now, since he's gone for now, I can keep my money because he robbed the bank every 10 minutes and I kept losing my money. So, shout out to Belmiro. Anyway, question here from Igly17. Speaking of sayings like puta que pariu, do you know what ropkir means in English?
Oh,
Tell
God. Me. To be honest, I don't, and I have a really good Albanian friend, and whenever I ask him, like, what does it mean? And he never, ever wants to tell me. He says it's so bad, he doesn't want to tell me. So, no, I don't know. When I say it because I know it's bad, but I have no idea what it is.
I've asked one friend in real life. He told me that something is about the family. So
is mega family?
Yeah, about like screw your family. I don't want to pronounce it bad on the radio.
Yeah, it's kind of bad though.
Yeah, that's why they don't want to say that. They want to respect people.
Yeah.
So it's worse than puta que pariu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you hear puta que pariu everywhere here. Like if I don't know if you know the literal meaning of it is like the whore who gave birth to you, something like that. Like basically, I don't know, but people use that a lot, and it's basically saying your mom's a whore. The literal meaning, but these slang is just like oh fuck, something bad happens and you say oh fuck. In Portuguese, you can say puta que pariu.
Yeah, because I like saying it. It rolls off the tongue. Hey Ali, could you or Cyber put DM Lions questions in this snit?
I'll do it. Just give me a second.
Yes. Anyway, question from Manu Rules. Very weird, odd. He asks, "Have you seen Suits or Lethal Weapon?" I'm not sure.
Wait, what?
He asks if you have seen, I guess, their movies, Suits or Lethal Weapon. Yes, I see.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Like, because here the movies and probably the shows too, that at least if it's kind of older. If you say like before 2015, I'll probably want to know, because here everything has a Brazilian name too. So like, as I can think of right now, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, not a movie person anyway. So shout out to Menu Rules, but I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I see a question here from DM Lion. It's very narcissistic, but he asks, "What do you think about Jamaicans?"
To be honest, I never really met one in real life. The only two people I know that are from there is DM Lion and Valeros. But I never really talked to DM Lion. But when I talk to Valeros, I literally cry laughing because he's hilarious. I love Valeros. He's awesome.
Yeah, Bolaris is the probably the funniest person on this server. You know, people never take him seriously, but he's
I don't get how people take him serious, because he's like so funny. And he says stupid shit, but it's funny because it's Valeros. And I saw some people sometimes getting mad at him, but he's just joking around.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way you can get mad at Bolaris if I was. Well, sometimes I do, but that's because I can understand him since I'm Jamaican too. But go to DM Lion's first. What is DM Lion's first question? Posted idiot. Oh, it's a 20-second delay. Live radio, guys. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to this East Bay NASA question here. It's very bad question.
Oh god.
He asks, would your life be better or worse if you knew the time and place where you would die?
Oh my god. To be honest, maybe worse, because I would be thinking about it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know. I think I would rather know when I turn gray. No. Let's see here. I don't see any other questions here besides DM Lion's last question. Another narcissistic question. Why do you hate DM Lion so much?
I don't hate him. Like, I joked to him before and he didn't take my joke. Then one day I was playing CnR, like, I would say a couple of months ago, and he was hitting my car. I don't know for what reason, because I was probably checking like some admin stuff, and he was hitting my car. I think someone else was there too, but I can't really remember. And I literally fired one bullet to him, and he went on reverse and crashed his car, and it started getting on fire. He decided to come on IRC, and he started saying how I shot his car until it exploded, and I was being the admin for that. Then BM UK told him like to stop being an ass, because he knows it's true. Like I literally shot one bullet, and I don't know where his car is on fire. Like, it was on purpose. I didn't intend to do that, but yeah, I don't hate anyone. I don't have a reason to hate anyone. Like, I just have a good laugh. Like, in Brazilian, Marcus knows what I'm talking about. Brazilians play around a lot and have fun. And I didn't really mean to, like, sound like I hated him, but at the time I got kind of pissed off because he tried to make me look bad, you know?
Yeah, you know, jokes go over the head on the internet. So I do remember one time I did find DM Lion, and he was like, "Oh, Sean, what? What was that for? I'm gonna send this to Bob. I sent it to Crazy Bob." Like, calm down, faggot. It's like 300K. Come on, bro. But sometimes I joke with DM Lion, calling him the worst driver in San Fierro history, and I think we have more proof of him being the worst driver in San Fierro history. Him crashing into Cassie's car, and then somehow his car
No, like he was doing on purpose, something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like,
Worst driver.
Yeah. Worse than me.
Oh no. You haven't seen worse. I'm not going to talk about that, but you haven't seen worse. Anyway, I guess we're gonna have one final question here, and of course, it has to be from Marcus Weed, and I think this is the best question he's asked so far. I like it because I saw it in IRC. I saw you throwing some shade. The Crazy Driver. He asks, "Explain your beef with Crazy Driver."
Jesus, I don't really have a beef. Just like I explained with the Lion. Like, I wasn't around this much. Then I come back and see his name is CD UK. Like, what the hell you expect me to think if not BM UK wannabe or as leaking? Like, but when I say that, it was like a joke, and he took it serious. Then he started talking about how I dye my hair, saying I was not creative because I say he wasn't creative for using the name, and he started talking about my hair, like, and he didn't knew shit because he said I had like blonde streaks, so why you don't? So, like, then he stopped. I think, I don't know. If I had a guess, I would say someone told him to stop doing it because he was trying to get to me so bad, and I don't know. But yeah, I don't hate anyone. Like, I was just having fun, and he started trying to get to me.
I mean, if he had that insult all lined up, then he must have done some research on you. And by research, I don't mean it so nice.
No, the picture in the forums of me with Marcos and Iago, I kind of already had my hair dyed, but it was kind of fading. So like I had it pink and it kind of faded. The day I met Marcos, I think 2 or 3 days later, I went to the hairdresser and got it dyed again. Because that's what happened. Like if you dye pink or another bright color, it goes away really fast. You need to keep dyeing it.
There you go.
So he probably said that because of the picture.
Yeah. You know, if I was trying to insult somebody and I couldn't think of anything, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't like your hair color." Oh, yeah. That's all I can say. That's all he can say. And I've got one last question, and only people that understand will understand what I'm trying to say. Do you hug teddy bears?
What?
Do you hug teddy bears?
Yeah, I got it like, no.
Okay.
I'm fucking 27.
I'll tell you what that means after the show. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the Kassie interview session here. And next week we're gonna have Jesus, part of the Clap OGs, coming through. And anyway, I'm not really sure what else to say. I think I'm supposed to say something else. But for everybody here at the CnR Radio Talk Show, for the Ali, Cyberg, Kassie, and your host, Rashawn, we'll see you on Wednesday.